It's time to not be an NPC. Time to not be an NPC. Time to not be an NPC. Damn. Damn. So, I've been steady getting the females' digits, and I actually had a pretty little number come over a couple days ago. Got her number on Tuesday. She came over. And then it went bad. It was going good until it went bad. But here's the thing. Man, there was so many... maybe I shouldn't have rolled the weed. Because she came over and she was generally interested in what was going on with the nigga. She was trying to legit play video games. I think she won a round. And then she was like, well, I want to see you do this and this. I was like, okay, cool. So she was like, all right, well, I want to see you do this and then we'll cuddle. I was like, cool. I was like, well, I'm going to roll this blunt up. So I started telling this story. And at some point she goes, are you irked? And I was like, no, you're kind of interrupting a little bit. And then that flipped the switch. She literally, her body language switched off on me. And then she goes, I'm going to go home. And I was like, all right, what's up? So she goes, it seems like there's a problem with me asking a lot of questions. And like, I was like, but you're leaving though? She's like, she's like, I ask a lot of questions and it seems like there's a problem. And I was like, but you leaving though? What's up? Man, as a king, I should have nipped that shit. There's a couple things I did wrong. There's a couple things I did wrong. I should have just said, no, there's not a problem. Like, I didn't have any problem with her asking questions. She was engaging. And it was good convo. It was going great, actually. It was going really great. And then I should have said, nah, there's not a problem with you asking a lot of questions. Like, what's up? Like, where'd you get that notion from? You know what I'm saying? I should have said that, but what I said was, but you're leaving though? You ain't got to leave. What's up? I said, kind of breaking my heart a little bit. What's up? I said, but don't leave. Please don't leave. And she was like, can you walk me to my car? And like, nigga, I like flipped. I was like, this is the first date. And I was like, no, absolutely fucking not. You're going to dump me in my own crib? I'm not walking you fucking nowhere. And I was like, I think you just made up an excuse to just leave. And she said, well, you can think that. And I was like, well, you can just get the fuck out. And I started screaming. I was like, get the fuck out, motherfucker. You get the fuck out and don't come back. You're unwelcome here in my place. Get out. And like the look she gave me was like damn. And then, so peep this, I like deleted all of her information, right? And I was like, fuck that. But then I was like, try again to get her back. So I did. So I got her information again. And I texted her a few hours later and I was like, hey, that was one big misunderstanding. Like, don't leave. Come back. I even put, baby, please come back. Let me talk to you. We can work it out. Don't walk away from a misunderstanding. She never called back. Or texted back. It'd be like that in my universe. Like, you think that's the first time I've had a crazy ass first date? You think that's the first time I've had a crazy first date? I'm gonna be fucking real. In my universe, in my throwed off anomaly universe, which I do fucking love, if she don't text back, I'd be surprised. Now, if she don't text back, I understand. But, I've had a couple worse situations. And they, like, you text them and they usually text back. I don't know how often you have to text them. But I texted her within a few hours and then I called her a couple times. I called her once. And then after that, I just kind of left it be. Ain't nothing left you can do, right? Anyway, that being stated, the world's on fire. How about yours? Or what's it called? So somebody told me that I give off Kanye vibes. 2 females told me I give off Kanye vibes. And I was like, oh, interesting. And I'd be thinking, does this shit happen to anybody else in the world? Like, I know it happens to somebody else because I've met him. But, like, damn. Like, my universe is just crazy. Like, from high-level street fights to, like, the shit that happened afterward. Listen, I didn't have a problem with that chick asking questions. Like, what the fuck? I never had a problem with her asking questions. If I did, even from before she came over, I was like, you know, the shit that if she was asking something that was a little too personal, I was like, you know, when I get to know you a little better, I'll tell you. That's what I said. But I know, so I feel like she took that extremely wrong as an extent of, like, you know, engaging at the wrong time as, like, don't ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right. So when I do my sets in comedy, I leave because having conversations with comedians, that shit is like the worst. Like, you get around them before and after their sets and they're sitting in a group, they're generally okay people, but like all they do is talk over each other. You know what I'm saying? And here's what made me not stay. Like, I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? You know what I'm saying? They're not going to listen to my conversation. So I was having a conversation about somebody. Okay, fuck all that. I was having a conversation with somebody and I thought he was engaging with what I was saying by listening. This nigga literally turns his head and talks to somebody else. And I've actually been guilty of doing that. You know what I'm saying? But I tried to apologize, you know, for cutting people off in conversations. It's important to really let people finish their thought. You know what I'm saying? You know, this person is engaging, but like, damn, like, they're engaging at the wrong time. And it's like therapists, they get paid to listen and diagnose you. You know what I'm saying? I've never really been to a therapist, but I know they listen. That's all the fuck they do is listen to the shit that you got coming out of your fucking mouth. And then they go tell the grand therapist of the therapist. But who's that grand therapist? He's the priest. Yeah, he goes and tells the priest. That's the only motherfucker he could tell. I don't know. I'm making this shit up. Don't fucking believe anything. Before you go off, and that was just. But like, the therapist has to go fucking tell somebody all the shit that's been unloaded on him, right? They can't keep all that shit in. I know they telling shit at the bar and shit like that. Or they got a therapist bar where they go and tell where all the therapists go and tell all their therapy shit. Like, did this motherfucker just admitted to the worst fucking shit and I gotta keep this? Did you hear what this nigga said? Did you hear what this nigga said? Huh? I had to diagnose this nigga with fucking 14 grams of Xanax just to keep him. He was talking to me and his best friend and his cousin, and he was the only one in the fucking room. His name was John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. And then the other therapist, yeah, that motherfucker came to me. Did you hear what he fucking said? He was like, yeah, he was kicking his dog and shit. And I was like, yeah, and then he said he set the dog on fire and put a rocket in his ass. And then left it under his bed for a couple days. And he said, he was like, well, I wonder what it tastes like. Shit like that. That got dark. What am I thinking? And then it's either that, there's no way therapists keep everything to themselves, bro. Like, fuck all that, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? There's no fucking way. There is absolutely no fucking way. Therapists keep all that shit to themselves. Unless they have, like, the Men in Black in the back. And everything that you tell them, they just, you know, they got that shit. Because, like, think about that. Cops, therapists, nurses, and any other job that Army, that requires, like, you see trauma or hear trauma all the time. Like, that shit, like, that's gotta wear on you. Like, real talk. Anyway, so they're really bad to talk to. Like, you know, if you catch them by themselves, they'll have a pretty good conversation. But three people, they just talk over themselves. And I was like, I know I'm not the only one that thinks this, because, you know, or feels this way. And then I was talking to this other dude yesterday, and he was like, man, all they do is talk over each other. And I was like, that's why I don't fucking stick around after my sets. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no point. They don't listen, you know? And that, it wasn't her problem. It was just like, because I don't know her. You know what I'm saying? She's over at my place and we're kicking it. So I'm glad she's engaging in conversation. I was just like, but I had assumed that nobody had ever said that to her. You know what I'm saying? And it probably, like, fucked with her ego a little bit. You know? But it's important to listen. That's all it was. I should have just said, you know, I sat it down and be like, babe, please. Or I should have just said, you want to fuck? You know what I'm saying? Before she left. I think I'm going to go. Well, you just want to fuck then? I don't know. Like, I went to, like, because, like, you know, I went into, like, damn near, like, NPC simp mode. I was like, please don't leave. I should have, like, talked that shit out and been like, nah, there's not a problem. You know? Like, what gave you the notion? I should have talked that shit out right then and there. And, like, what gave you the notion of, like, there was a problem with me asking, what problem with you asking me questions? And, like, taking the time out besides, oh, but you're leaving? Because that was the test right there for the king. That was the thing. That was the test right there for the king. It was, can you calm this chick? Apparently, it's all lessons. It's all lessons. Anyway, with that being stated, man, I've been fucking boring, bro. I ain't even fucking gonna lie. I've been boring as fuck. I've been boring as shit. So apparently, I need to look into it. There's a whistleblower for aliens. Craft or shit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Has anybody ever actually seen an alien? I find it funny. Well, this is the cliche coming. Every video is motherfucking blurry as fuck. Nigga. What would you do if you found out you're not alone? Cause, like, here's the thing. Let me tell you something, motherfucker. If you capture an alien in your backyard, don't go to the media. Cause they just gonna fucking kill you. Okay? You gonna try and get some money out of this shit? Nah, nigga. That's gonna fuck up the fucking religion. The moment you motherfucking say, hey, whoever the fuck you gonna call, I have pictures of an alien and I want money. They gonna go, alright, cool, Mr. Sir? I'm saying sir because I don't want a woman to get killed in this. So, ladies, anyway, so sir, Cool. And they're going to pull up to your house. They're going to authenticate the video. And then they're going to fucking shoot you in the head. And then everybody's going to be like, yeah, this guy said he saw an alien. Now we haven't seen him anymore. He said he had documented footage. And then you're going to be the nigga that said, yeah, I saw it. But, you know, they're going to come to you and they're going to be like, did you? And then you're going to be like, maybe. Get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So if you find pictures of an alien, if you shoot pictures, if an alien happens to walk on your fucking lawn and you capture that shit because it didn't put an what's that shit? What's that? Knockout power shit? Knockout power shit? EMP or whatever that knocks out electricity? Yeah. Your best bet is to just motherfucking share it to everybody and then prove the existence of aliens. Because the moment you go to the news, listen, those people found aliens in their backyard. They swear to God, now they saying, leave me the fuck alone. Get the fuck out of here. That's intimidation. You want to know why? Because they couldn't make that whole family disappear. I'll say it again. They couldn't make that whole family disappear without motherfuckers asking questions. That whole neighborhood would start asking questions. These people just found an alien, now they disappeared. Get what I'm saying? Your best bet is to capture that shit on camera and just share it to the fucking universe. Share it to everybody real quick. Real quick. Let that shit go viral. And then, you know, there you go. Because you're not going to get rich. They going to, especially if you're a scumbag. They really gonna motherfucking, if you're a scumbag, they gonna make your ass really disappear. Everybody that find an alien disappear or get abducted, never to be seen the fuck again. Is it really worth trying to tell the social media? Trying to tell the news? Let me tell you something. This is what maybe I should have texted her more, but that'd be simping, right? Because I only had known her for like a couple days, but still, I don't want women leaving my life. You know what I'm saying? The goal for every woman in my life is to stay forever. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I left a woman and her kid and another person on the side of the fucking road one time. Not necessarily on the side of the road. I left them at a restaurant. And I was overly frustrated because I knew she was going to make me fucking work for the place. She catfished me. And on top of that, I had paid a little for the date. And on top of that, but this was before. And on top of it, this girl was like running game on a nigga. Like, okay, the first time I came over, we were talking sexy, and I was like, hey, you want to see my dick? And she was like, no, I was just kidding about all that. I was like, oh, really? So I got up and left. And she was like, don't text me anymore. But then I saw her on the site again or somewhere, I don't know how. I ended up saying something. She was like, hey, come get me. So I went and tried to go get her. And when I pull up after she texted me where you at a couple times, I think I've told the story, she motherfucking starts forwarding my call when I pull up. And I was like, nope, left. This woman texted me like 20 minutes later talking about some, I'm ready. I was like, I bet you are. I was like, I left. She was like, what the fuck? So when I saw her again, she ended up texting me a couple days later. And for whatever reason, I happened to miss the text message. I actually missed her text messages. She texted me the day after, and then another day. I think it was like 2 texts in all, or maybe even 3. Let's say 2, because let's say 2. But I was like, damn, I missed that. She was like, where you at? Hey. And then so I was like, what's up? And I went to go get her. She's like, can you take me to go get food? And she was like, hey, can you give me like $5 for this vape that I can get and you can hit it? And I was like, no, I don't have any money. She was like, how you gonna buy my food? And I was like, I wasn't. So then I like started arguing with her, but I think it was like out of frustration because I was like, I'm getting catfished. She done brought her kid and this other weird ass motherfucker. I think it was a chick. And I'm not gonna get none. And she think I'm gonna pay for food. And then I was like, so at one point in time, I was like, what's so special about you? And she was like, my honesty, my loyalty, and trust. And I was like, well, she lied about her age, her name, and her fucking weight. And then she brings her kid along. So, at one point in time, I started arguing with her. And then I was like, you still want to go get food? And she was like, yeah. So she gets out the car, and I was like, don't leave your fucking kid in my car. And she was like, I'm not with your fucking crazy ass. And I was like, oh, whatever. And as soon as everybody was out, but me, I pulled the fuck off. I just pulled the fuck off. And then she texted me and was like, you stupid broke ass motherfucker. I was like, what? And then let me tell you something. I was like, well, some I forgot what happened. I was like, you don't want, like, whatever. And then I texted her a couple days later. She was like, don't text me again. Let me tell you something. I never even smashed her. I gave her a ride and bought her food once. That shit crazy. My world be dope. But that shit happened. So I made a DTF shirt. And I rocked it on the comedy set. I didn't do so well. I gotta work on... I think I'm actually gonna write out some jokes. Not even gonna lie. For the first time... I jot down bits. But for the most part, I'm actually gonna write down a bit. And some bits. Now, there's this girl I tried to get at a couple days, or yesterday, but I told her breath stank a while back. I was like, hey, you don't really need me in your life, but I'm a pretty good addition. And then I saw her again like a couple days later, and I was like, you have bad breath. And I gave her gum. Long story short, she turned me down when I tried to get at her, like a couple weeks later, right? And this was yesterday. And then I was like, man, I regret telling her she had bad breath. I'm gonna let her walk around in her funk. Whatever. So what would you do? Like I'm saying, if you find an alien nigga, they not gonna let you motherfucking just do that. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna just let you do that. Everybody that's seen an alien is a nobody. Or grainy ass footage. Huh. So they said a rocket, something headed toward Earth grew horns. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Headed asteroid. Grows horns. Devil comet headed toward Earth. Grows huge horns. Now, ain't that some scary shit? It says This comet headed toward Earth, named 12P Pons Brook. Alright. A rare, peculiar event. Last year. Alright. A rare, peculiar event in the cosmos has captured the attention of astronomers. Last year, famous green comet has given way to another fantastic space object. Recently, researchers... Is it gonna hit us? You know what? I'm still on the fact that this bitch tried to hit me with some splitting hair shit. She got online and she was like, there's a comet headed toward Earth and we're gonna send something at it. Not to disrupt it, but to disturb. This is exactly what this bitch said. I swear to fucking God. It was either one of the two. She said, we're not either trying to disturb it, we're trying to disrupt it, or we're not trying to disrupt it, we're trying to disturb it. Disrupt, disturbed. If I disrupt the class and everybody motherfucking disturb. Let's look that up, because that comment shit is stupid. Let's look up the splitting hair shit. I thought it was headed toward us and it was gonna do something. It just grow. I swear, space is the most boring fucking news sometimes. Like, they swear, they'll be like, man, this fucking asteroid is gonna head toward Earth in like 7 billion years. And you'd be like, oh my God. My bills are due tomorrow, motherfucker. I never got that. I get that they want to teach us space and shit, but like some things, like I remember in high school, I took astronomy. Motherfucker was like, yeah, man, I swear to God, it was this Asian dude, and he was like, yeah, man, the cosmos. He said some shit is gonna happen in the next like 12 billion years. And then he said, I can't wait to see it happen. And I was like, they're teaching us this right now? They let that guy say that? That's what I was thinking. That was fucking long time ago. And this nigga said that. And I was like, can I go do something else now? Cause like, damn. That's what I'm saying. 1 billion years from now, even like 100,000 years from now, granted, I would like to be alive, but are you fucking kidding me? And then we gotta go take a test on this shit? About the sun? But gonna explode in the next billion years? That seems like a distraction. Like, while I don't give a fuck about the sun exploding in the next 12 billion years. Not that I don't care for the next people, but goddamn it, I'm gonna be doing other shit in heaven, like fucking the pretty angel hoes. What happens if, like, in heaven they still got like some? Never mind. Let's not jinx that. Anyway, I still want to go to heaven, but heaven seemed kind of boring because in the Bible it was like we're gonna be singing all the fucking time to God. That seems really fucking boring. I'm not even gonna lie, but it's better than being on fire all day and niggas stabbing you and shit. Like, you know, have you ever been in a street fight? Like, real talk. Now imagine having a street fight with your eyes closed and some heat. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, with that being stated, like, let's look up the term disrupt. I'm pretty sure those words are synonyms, nigga. Like, if I look up the word disrupt, I'm pretty sure disturb is going to be like right under it. Let's look disrupt. Disrupt. Definition. Interrupt. Oh my God. disrupt, verb, interrupt, an event, activity, or process caused by a disturbance or problem. Okay? Drastically alter or destroy the structure of. If an explosion of volcanic steam had formed the crater, the blast from below would have disrupted the underlying rock. Okay, so maybe it's drastically altered. Similar. Throw. Verb. Disturbance. Okay. Disturbance. The interruption of a settled and peaceful condition. A helicopter landing can cause disturbance to a residence. The disruption of healthy function. The severe mental disturbance was diagnosed as schizophrenia. Maybe I was wrong. Disrupt, disturb. A breakdown of peaceful and lawful abiding behavior, a riot, plural, disruptance. The disruptions were precipitated when 4 men were refused bail. Nigga, similar. Disruption, disturbance. Or problem which interrupted an event, activity, or process. The schedule was planned to minimize disruption. Disturbance. Disruption. Man, it sounds the fucking same. I can't tell the fucking difference. Or problem which interrupt an disturbance, or problem which interrupt an event, activity, or process. The schedule was planned to minimize disruption. Disturbance. The interruption of a settled and peaceful condition. Like I said, she trying to split hairs. Like I said, I'm going back to what I said. Disturbance or problem which interrupt an event, activity, or process. Radically changed to an existing industry. Okay, so she was going with the number 2, but it's still splitting hairs. Like I said, I'm going with what I said. She got up on there and tried to split hairs with a nigga on some shit. She was like a comet coming toward the motherfucker. We're gonna send a rocket or send a satellite or some shit to split some hairs. Phrase crazy. You know what? I was watching this movie. And it was like the fucking invasion of Russia of Afghanistan was basically to cover up an alien invasion. I was thinking that. I think I even said that. I was like, what up? I think I even said that in one of my episodes. I was like, what happens if they over there fighting aliens and shit? Because half of the time, these war videos, I'm pretty sure there's war that be breaking out for sure, right? Of course there's war. I'm sorry. Of course there's war. I'm sorry to say that. Like, what the fuck? But, like, I wonder how many times, like, motherfuckers go over there and, like, see some shit. And then they go, that was not from this motherfucking planet, but they can't come back and tell you. You know what I'm saying? You know, Sorry about that. Of course there's wars. Of course there's wars. Of course there's wars. People have seen war. But yeah, I was just thinking like, what happens if they fighting over like, alright, there's really like a zombie apocalypse breaking out over there or some shit. Cause like every time they show these war videos, nigga, they don't like, you know, they can't show too much, but they don't really be showing shit. You know what I'm saying? They'll show a building blowing up. Or they'll show a helicopter blowing up, and I'm going, so somebody put a camera there just in time to catch that shit? Maybe they do have cameras on the ground to catch that shit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it seemed like every time, like, okay, I said it before. You got American cameras following the troops, right? And then you post it on the internet, right? This is what the news does. And I'm going, why would you do that, nigga? Why would you do that? If I was the enemy, I'm going to be looking at the internet and going, these niggas was here. We know that location. You know what I'm saying? Are news people really going out there in the middle of war and documenting that shit? Like, you really gonna document a shootout? Maybe there's a couple. That's what I'm saying. Man, it's fucking hot. Like, really fucking hot. One family pocketed 7.6 million cans by. So I was watching this dude interview this dude, and then dude number 2 asked dude number 1. He was like, "What's the difference between you and like the shade room?" And I was like, "Damn, I don't even know." I guess I'm not any different either. I don't know. I don't try to gossip. You know what I'm saying? But like, really and truly, like, what's the difference between most of these podcasts in the shade room? They all talk about everything. Like, there's that one podcast that always talk about sex and shit. I'm not gonna give them no names, but I'm pretty sure these girls are like fucking white, telling celebrity stories, like, you know. And chances are that shit may not even be true. You know. 7.6 million dollars. $7.6 million. Let's see. Basically, they imported, let's keep this shit short. They imported cans from one state to another state and got money on it. But my thing is how much are you paying to import it? Like, are you going to go pick it up? Like, what's up? Like there's got to be like, you made the money, but how much did you really profit? Because you got to import the shit, right? You got to import, it says, the recycling, hold on. Okay, when someone purchases a plastic or aluminum bottle in California, they typically pay extra 5 to 10 cents in California redemption value, CVR, which the customers get by by returning the items to one of the state's more than 1,200 recycling centers. Arizona has no such program. Blah, 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 blah. In the criminal complaint, prosecutors accuse the family of unlawfully conspiring to commit. Obviously, hold on. Okay. California by chronic and ongoing basis by seeking reimbursements for out-of-state containers and containers that have been already redeemed within California. What? Hold on. Alright. Prosecutors accuse the family members of allowing unlawfully conspiring to commit grand theft and defrauded California State. Out-of-state cans to the degree the family is accused could increase. Recycling fraud. Oh. So if you go and grab something out of the fucking recycling and try to recycle it, that's fraud. I don't do that, but I'm just saying. Interesting. I definitely go to this. A giant planet seems to be lurking unseen in our solar system. Yeah. We call cans from a different state. How? I'm assuming they just got them. Importing used bottles and cans from Arizona. Listen, this is 178,000 tons. 178 tons in 8 months. So it was what? Man, how the fuck you do that? Like, where were you getting it? I don't care. Giant planet seems to be lurking in the solar system. Uh-oh. In the world, we found similar distant bodies called dwarf planets, which we now classify as Pluto, which we now classify Pluto as. Could there be a ninth planet? So why wasn't Pluto a planet anymore? Like, they just was like, Pluto ain't no planet no more. Could there be a ninth planet? Planet 9, Planet X. That's because the solar system, as you know, doesn't really make sense without it.
orbits around the sun. Some move fast, some move slow, but all abiding the same laws of gravity. Everything with mass has gravity, including you and me. The heavier something is, the more gravity it has. So pull is what keep everything around it. The hunt continues. Man, that feels like one big lead on.